Hello, guys, and I am here with breaking news. I know I like to focus on the fitness and diet and health and weight loss of Amber, but let's all face it, the drama is juicy too. Anyways, she just uploaded a video like 1.5 minutes ago, titled "We Broke Up," and I should be using the camera because you would absolutely see how absolutely sad and broken up I am over this. And I'm being a total shit in this video. But she's really bad at clickbaiting. So we're going to watch this together, and I'm going to get this out so you guys can hear it here and see what she has to say. Now, remember, she just put out videos just yesterday and the day before, a couple days ago, that they were having friends over and they were doing this and that, and they're all so happy and everything's so perfect and Jade is the most amazing, and they were going to see fireworks together, and they see fireworks every night together, and she had hickeys just a week or so ago. So if she's really trolling with this, I'm totally reporting it. I'm not going to lie. So our girl looks like she is definitely upset about something. So let's get into this. I am not going to speed her up because I want to hear what she says. I will link the video down below. Let's get into this.
Hello. So I don't know if I'm going to regret this, but...
Well, Amber, if this is what it is, if she really did break up, if they really did break up, you know homegirl's going to cash in on it as much as she possibly can. And if they broke up 2 hours ago, she is already actively prepping thirst trap videos and TikToks and stuff for her next victim, girlfriend and caretaker. If she doesn't have one lined up already, guys. If this is true, I guarantee we see a new love interest within the next 2 to 4 weeks. Because Amber cannot be alone.
I don't know. It's like a little video diary.
Okay. Try not to be mean.
But, Feline and I have broken up.
No! First of all, you and Jade have broken up. You and Jade Francis from New York City have broken up. Oh my God. We've been waiting for this. Now, I may sound extremely entertained and amused and happy because I am. I feel bad that she feels bad, but let's face it. Jade was I can't say the word because of YouTube, was unaliving Amber in more ways than one. Physically, she was unaliving her. She was not helping her. She was not supportive of her weight loss. She was a very, very bad influence. And she was also unaliving Amber's channel. She has helped run it into the ground because you can't be a vlogger and stuff like that and focus so much of your attention on your partner and have them be completely unwilling to have anything to do with it to the point where you can't even use their name. I'm sorry, you just can't. But it's a monumental day in the Amberverse, guys. This is going to be the most entertainment we see in a long time. And we got to start the conversations, the theories. Why did Jade leave? Was it for somebody else? Was it because of something Amber did? Was it because of stuff she couldn't do? I personally think the money's running dry and is getting tight, and Jade is in her 20s. She's able-bodied and active, and I think that it was fun and all for a while. She got an easy ride and all that. But Amber is getting sicker and more immobile and getting hard to handle. And I think Jade just got tired of wasting literally the best years of her life, literally sitting and rotting away in an apartment. I'm sure she has a type. She likes them big. She likes big uns. But I'm sure she found a somewhat more able-bodied big un to at least be able to go out and do stuff with, because Amber really can't. Amber can't even barely waddle at this point. It's very, very sad. And she's a horrible person. She's a horrid person. I'm sure Jade got tired of getting roped into all the drama, all the craziness, all the lies, all the manipulation. I'm sure she saw the wrath of Amber behind the camera whenever the camera was off, just like all the rest of them. So are we really surprised that yet another girlfriend has dumped Amber? She cashed in, got a free ride for a while, had some fun, got a bunch of stuff, and she's out.
It was mutual.
It was not mute. She said it was mutual. I am so sorry. It's not mutual. Amber, it has never been mutual. You have never, ever, ever in your life dumped anybody. You need a driver. You need someone to take care of you and do things with you. You need someone to walk your dog, change your cat litter, take you to the store, hold your hand, coddle you, and ass pat you, and laugh at all your jokes and talk about how amazing and wonderful and sexy and desirable you are. You cannot physically or emotionally be alone. Like I said, she's probably already talking to somebody else. Maybe Jade found out about that and said, okay, see ya, I'm out of here. Gosh, what could have happened? But it was absolutely 100,000% not mutual. She always talked about how Jade was the most wonderful and perfect and amazing, and they were going to get married and all this and that, and they were going to move to Seattle and all. No. It was 1,000% Jade's decision. Like, dude, I'm out. I am actually, amazingly, was drinking a nice hot cup of tea when I saw this pop up. How convenient is that? So sip away, my friends.
I have a freaking headphone thing in.
It was not mutual. What is she gonna do now? Oh my god. I can't wait to hear all the reacts on this. I watch a lot of people. I can't wait to hear them. There's gonna be so many. They're not even gonna wait. They're gonna blast these reacts out today.
It was mutual.
It was not mutual. It was not mutual. I am here, right now, today for this drama. It wasn't mutual. But I've been saying for a long time, I hope Jade dumps her, because I'm telling you, she can't see it. The best thing that could have happened to Amber was for Jade to have dumped her. And she needs to totally not date somebody immediately and move somewhere or move somebody in immediately. She needs to figure out who she is, take care of herself, focus on her health, not worry about a damn relationship. Take all the money you spend on your girlfriends, hire a home health aide to help you with your stuff, help you do your things, get around, walk your dog, go out with you, take you places, or get Ubers and do it your damn self. The rest of us don't have people catering to us all the time. Do it yourself. Welcome to the real world. But yeah, hire a home health aide and focus on getting your shit together. It won't happen though. Shit, like I said, I guarantee 2 to 4 weeks from this date, July 6th, we will see a new love interest. And then suddenly Jade won't she'll talk about how Jade really wasn't that great and really wasn't the most supportive, and how the new person is the bestest and the most wonderful, and she thought she was in love with Jade and she was saying that to save face, but she really wasn't. But the new person's about, we could write this story before it even plays out, right?
Like, I'm wearing the same thing I was wearing yesterday. Like, I did have...
Because you do that all the time. You sleep in your clothes, your makeup, and your hair. You don't take care of yourself.
Makeup, like, I have cried it all off completely.
You cried so bad, right? Because it was completely, totally mutual. I know any breakup that I have, like, truly, where I've just been over it and I've dumped somebody or it was a mutual thing, I haven't bawled like that. Like, only when, like... One time did it really kind of hurt me, but most of the time when you do that much bawling and stuff, it's because you were the dumpy, and like you, especially when you really weren't expecting it. And I guarantee Amber wasn't expecting it, or she hit it really good in front of the camera that she was expecting it.
I can't stop crying. I feel like I'm mourning.
Mourning what? The loss of a freaking opportunistic grifter who zoomed in on you when you were like newly broken up with and vulnerable because she saw an opportunity at an easy shot at life and money and stuff and shoes and tattoos for herself, taking advantage of a super morbidly obese idiot. Yeah, what boy, really, I feel bad for you for losing that, Amber. Well, the best thing you could do in your life at this point is jumpstart your new life and your weight loss by losing that first, I'd say, 190, 200 pounds that was Jade. It's a good thing, girl. It's a damn good thing.
Death. Like, knowing that one day, like...
And this just really irks her. As a it has to hurt her ego. more than anything, when these people don't want her anymore and they leave her, and especially if they leave her like Becky did for no reason, for nobody, just I'd rather be alone than be with you, because she wants people to think she is this truly just wonderful, amazing, super great, desirable person, and she's not. And like all her other girlfriends move on with their lives, get into new relationships and get married or settle down, have better jobs, better lives, all that type of stuff. They all move on and do better without her. Amber is a blight on these people. And I'm not trying to make a fat joke, but she is like a big old anchor that weighs people down. What meaningful things has Jade done in the past 2 years that she's been in Kentucky with Amber, other than driving around to a couple places with Amber? She can't even go out and do anything. Can't go out, can't go to the bars, can't go to restaurants, can't go see things, can't go to movies. Because Amber, one, doesn't want to be seen in public, but two, because, you know, they also had to do things under the veil of darkness and be careful because they were trying to hide Jade's identity. So they didn't do too much in public for fear of being seen by somebody and having it posted. But, also, Amber is just physically disabled. She's incapable of doing most of this stuff. What appeal is there to date Amber? You can't buy back time.
I'm just gonna wake up and she's not there.
And you should thank your lucky stars every day from now on, girl. One, that you woke up, and two, that she's not there.
It's so...
And I'm sorry if I'm being really mean and cruel and callous in this video, but it's the truth. Jade was an absolute parasite. She was an opportunistic grifter, and she got what she wanted out of it. Maybe she found a new person, and we knew she'd be off. We knew they were never going to get married. We knew they were never going to stay together. Nobody in their right mind, let me correct myself, would ever stay long-term with Amber. Nobody in their right mind, especially at this point with her state of her health and attitude and finances, nobody in their right mind would start dating Amber. This is a PSA, people. Don't date Amber. She puts on an act in the beginning, but clearly, obviously, once the shine wears off, it is a nightmare.
It's a different type of pain, because like I envisioned my whole future with her, and I know she did the same. And
clearly she didn't, because girlfriend left ya. Because you didn't, Amber. It wasn't mutual.
It was mutual.
It wasn't mutual. She knew I was gonna say. I swear I didn't watch this, guys. It wasn't mutual, Amber. We're only a minute into this crap.
There has, like, I'm gonna speak.
Oh my God, I wonder, do you think Jade is gonna cash in and just make a bunch of money and like come clean and come out and give us dirt on Amber? Do you think she's gonna do that? I don't know. She could go either way.
Speak for myself. There has been some things that happened my whole future with her, and I know she did the same.
Clearly not.
This was mutual.
The only thing I'm missing is some popcorn.
There has, like, I'm gonna speak for myself. There has been some things that just like
you hear talking in the background. The kiddo's playing a video game with some friends.
I don't have to go into detail. Love just isn't enough sometimes. And
no, it's not, Amber. You have to have love, but what is there to love? When you have a girlfriend who, I honestly think maybe the last straw for Jade was Amber not getting the weight loss surgery. Because I know Jade likes really big fat girls, but I'm sure she likes them to where they're big, but they're still able to do things. But Amber's health is declining. She's getting sicker and sicker. Her legs are in the worst shape ever. I know we've never seen them, but guys, just look at some of the people with lymphedema legs on my 600-pound life, and you're getting an idea of what Amber's legs and body looks like. Can't go anywhere, can't do anything. The chronic starting and stopping of diets, not being able to stick to anything, the not being able to leave the house, having no real friends, no real family. Couldn't even go home to New York with her to see her family and stuff at New York. no interaction with other people, the chronic obsessive buying of like countless amounts of like toys and junk and crap, and then Jade having to drag them all out down the Goodwill and stuff just to buy more, make room for more stuff. Like we've all said it, and I've said it for a long time. Money is nice, yes. Obviously, I'd like some more money. We all would. But money can't buy true happiness. Things and money brought Jade around, but they would never keep her there forever. Eventually, she was going to get her fill and move on. Oh my God. This is the last thing I expected. Jeez.
And I know.
How is Amber, and Karina Kaboom brought this up a lot, and so have other people. Without Jade's money, how is Amber going to afford her apartment? Like, unless she gets a new, like, fairly rich girlfriend who's willing to spend $2,000-$3,000 a month on Amber's lifestyle, this girl's going to have to move. I mean, it's really going to get tight. It's really going to get hard. She needs to go on the I'm broke and I need to spend all my money on my luxury apartment rent diet.
What I'm worth. And I know it might not be like a lot to some people, but I know like what I deserve, and I know
What do you deserve, Amber? I'm not trying to be mean, but you bring nothing to the table. You can't go anywhere. Like I said a million times, you can't do anything. You're not a nice person. You're mean. You're snarky. You're manipulative. You're a pathological liar. You have horrid narcissistic tendencies. You don't take care of yourself physically. Your health is on the decline. You're almost fully immobile. You don't take care of your pets or your house or yourself. You can't clean yourself properly. You have no education, no type of means or skills to have a job if YouTube were to fail. What do you bring to the table? Like, you can't even say, oh yeah, I'm a great person. I'm a hardworking person. I'm selfless. You don't even have that to bring to the table.
I want, and I just need.
You need and want, let me make a list here. Somebody with a car. Somebody with a driver's license, somebody with a driver's license and a car, somebody that will do all your work for you, somebody that's okay sitting in front of the house all the time, in the house all the time, not leaving, eating copious amounts of food, not making you accountable to a diet or your health. Yeah.
To be single, I literally.
Wait a minute, what?
Like, what I deserve, and I know what I want, and I just need to be single.
You need to be single, Amber, yes. We told you that after you broke up with Destiny, and then we extra stressed it after Becky broke up with you, and you were talking to Jade immediately, and we all warned you about getting into relationships right away and not taking time to process it and learn and learn about yourself and reflect on what your part was in the relationship and its demise. When people ask you what you did wrong in Becky's relationship, you say, I didn't do anything wrong. I can't think of a single thing I did wrong that I would need to change. Well, clearly, since you've had 5-6 girlfriends and they've all dumped you within the past 10 years, clearly you need to do some big time self-reflection. All of these relationships are just almost necessary rebounds, because now anything you can't get delivered, or if you want to leave the house or go to an appointment, if you can't do it over Zoom, you're going to have to waddle your butt down to the curb and get your own Uber and go to the store yourself and carry your own bag. And we know you're not going to do that because you're lazy. Who's going to go out and walk Twinkie now? Not you. I mean, how can you bend over and get the cat litter cleaned and empty the garbage and do all this? I'm sorry, she can't. She needs someone to help her take care of her legs and her body and her hygiene. You know what I mean? But we have told you, you need to stay single. And this would be a great time. Stay single. Don't worry about dating somebody. Work on getting serious about changing your habits, losing weight, keeping all the stuff out of the house that you shouldn't have in there. No more excuses. Oh, my girlfriend bought that. That stuff is all for my girlfriend. No, just keep the stuff for your diet in the house. Don't buy anything else. Go and walk around your complex 2 or 3 times a day while you walk Twinkie for 10 or 15 minutes. Work your way up and don't worry about a relationship. But I know as she's sitting here recording this, she is already thinking about a girlfriend. She's already thinking about, how am I going to replace her? Who am I going to replace her with? Oh, is there anybody I have in mind I can start hitting up? Because she needs somebody.
I literally have cried. Oh, my head hurts so bad. Sorry. I have done nothing but literally cry and cry and cry and cry for the last.
I cry too. I mean, we seriously, guys, this is like a big thing because, like I said, Jade effectively tanked her channel, that and Amber's shit attitude and stuff. How is she going to afford this apartment, which, by the way, she's lied about, is a first floor apartment that is handicapped setup. And I believe the rent, somebody said, is $2,000 or $2,200 a month. How's she going to afford that on her current salary, plus her supplies for her pets, all her food she wants to, but she's seriously going to have to cut back.
Last like 24 hours.
Remember, what was it within the past year, Amber, where you were making fun of somebody so cruelly that, people are giving this person credit for losing weight, and it's not because she's trying hard, it's because she doesn't have enough money for enough food. Well, boy, doesn't it look like you might just find yourself in that type of a situation. And boy, isn't karma a fickle bitch.
This happened literally before fireworks last night. I don't know what to say.
So what? You gave us a video acting like everything's perfect. Oh, our date night tonight, we're going to watch fireworks, and we were at friends' house, and we were at a barbecue, and we had friends over, and blah, 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 blah. Like, everything's so wonderful and perfect. She just up and said, oh, by the way, I'm out. Oh my God. To be a fly on this wall.
Like, I know there's probably going to be a lot of people questioning and saying you seemed so happy and...
Amber, but it was all a joke. We've all warned you for the whole 2 years about Jade.
Yeah, like the relationship I had with...
And one of the things you can do to save face in the very littlest way is come clean about who she really is. That, if you want to start repairing any type of relationship with your audience and getting it to where you might be able to salvage enough money to stay in your current lifestyle, tentatively, you need to start by saying, I have to come clean. I'm going to come out. Now that she's gone, I'm not beholden to her. That you were right. This is who it was. And don't lie to us about the next one, or you're seriously going to lose your channel and you're going to be screwed.
Feline was literally the most passionate relationship I've ever been in, Blech. But on both sides of the spectrum. On both sides. And
you said Feline again, but I do believe you meant Jade Christina Francis, to be exact.
She's my best friend, and
your only friend, and that's very, very sad, Amber. She wasn't good for you. She didn't have your best interest in heart. If she did, she would have made you go through with weight loss surgery. You would be 200 pounds, 300 pounds lighter now, 2 years into your relationship than you started it in. And I don't know, maybe the last straw. Let me know what you guys think. What do you think ended it? I kind of, in a way, think it might have been Amber truly deciding to back out of weight loss surgery, but I'm not 100% sure, because there's a lot of times where Jade really comes across as a freaking feeder.
It's like she wants to help me with this move. I will be moving. She will be moving. She's my best friend, and it's like she wants to help me with this move. I will be moving. She will be moving.
Where is Amber gonna move to? Seriously. If she moves out of this apartment, that basically has everything done for her. There's on-site laundry. She has laundry right there. She's in a handicapped accessible first floor apartment, so it's quick and easy for her to get out to an Uber or a taxi. She doesn't have to worry about landscaping. Most of her utilities are included. I know it's really expensive, but where is she going to move to? She would need to move to another all-inclusive place or in with people where she will have to move someplace where she hires like landscapers, dog walkers, or home health aides, something like that to help her. Where, oh my God, guys, put it in the comments below. Where do you think girl is going to move? She going to stay in Kentucky? Because it's going to be physically hard for her to move with her condition. She's going to move to Oklahoma with Mama Reed. Is she going to try to go mooch off Destiny in Florida? Where do you think she's going to go? Where can she go? Honestly. She has no friends. This is very sad. I'm making a joke of it, and it is really kind of funny to me, but it's also very, very sad. So we're not going to be in the apartment no more unless she finds another sucker to keep her there.
We have a timeline of when that's going to be happening, and just look around at everything.
And oh yeah, remember how smug you were at us? I made it. I made it. I have just made it in life. When really, no, you haven't. You've made it based on other people helping you make it. And you've also made it by lying and manipulating and being a train wreck. When you have no other marketable skills, Amber, it's hard. You haven't quite made it.
And it's like
I'm sorry, but how fitting for Amber to be losing everything. Her apartment, her relationship. I mean, seriously. And she has to find a place that'll take 3 animals.
I look over in my kitchen and I'm like, that's the first place she kissed me.
Oh my God, the first thing Amber looks at and cries about is the kitchen. Is it really because that's the first place she kissed you? No, I think it's partly because that's where you make all the food, as you like to say, the food.
But then there's also probably a bad memory in that same spot. You know, it's like not everything is perfect behind the scenes. Honestly, it doesn't even matter.
Well, we know that, and we told you that, and you yell at us when we call you out on that. No, everything's great and wonderful. Jade's perfect, and I'm amazingly desirable and wanted and smexy. So that's what you put up, and then you get mad when people call you out on it.
Sure.
Ooh, I can't wait. I got to catch up on the farm thread.
Why we broke up. It's, you know, it's like,
oh, she'll never admit why they really broke up. I hope Jade is so money hungry. She saw what's going on with Destiny and Becky that I hope she just comes clean and comes out, sucks up that desire to stay hidden and stay anonymous, because she's not anyways, and just comes out with a freaking tell-all.
Not everything is perfect behind the scenes. Honestly, it doesn't even matter why we broke up.
Because you are why you broke up, Amber. And maybe she found somebody else. I bet you Jade had side pieces. I mean, I'm not trying to be mean. I don't condemn cheat. I don't like cheating, but wouldn't you? If you were a young 20-something, I mean, what is the appeal of, like, what kind of relationship can you really have? I'm sorry, there's no real romance and love in Amber. The only thing she loves is herself and food, above all else. And there can't be any real physical intimacy.
It's personal, and we both have our own reasons, but she's my other half of my heart. And
until the other half of your heart is suddenly regenerated from somebody new, and someone who takes that place in I'd say about 9.4 days, then Jade will be nothing no more, and this new person will be the reason the sun rises in the morning and all that good stuff.
I'm the other half of hers.
I'm being really mean in this video, guys. I may have to delete this thing, but right now I'm going to put it up. Clearly you're not the other half of hers, or she wouldn't have dumped you.
But we can't be in a relationship.
Nobody can be in a relationship with you, Amber. No, good thumbnail. Nobody can be in a relationship with you, Amber. You need to focus on yourself. Your time is ticking. You're 32 and your health is worse than ever. You look worse than ever. I'm sorry, but I am truly, and now I'm being serious here. I am truly worried for her health. At this point, I'm sure there's a lot she's not telling us that she will not admit to. But as a former like medical professional who provided critical care for people, I'd be worried about her. I'd be worried about her. Anyone I know that's in the medical field would be worried about her.
I just don't even know what to say. Like, I just got off the phone with my mom and talked to her.
Oh, what? So she calls Mama Reed. Oh, my girlfriend dumped me. Another one dumped me. Oh my God, I don't know what keeps happening. Can I come live with you? Like, is she gonna try to move in with her mom?
Because I just needed someone. I just needed someone that isn't her, you know?
But Amber, you needed someone? What about all of these friends you have? These dozens and dozens of super good friends that come over to your house all the time and you go out with them and you were just spending time with them all weekend. Where are those friends? Boy, they don't sound like very good friends to me if they're not around during this. Look at his...
Because Feline is my best friend and I'm her best friend, and it's like...
No, clearly you're not. Clearly Feline Jade has got some other friends, if you know what I'm saying.
It's kind of...
Ain't that what Amber likes to say right now? You know what I'm saying?
Hard to cry to the person that you're losing. Even though Feline and I both have been crying literally all day. I have never, ever, ever, ever seen...
I'm sure Jade's crying. I'm sure she's crying tears of joy to finally be out of there.
...her cry this much. And even just calling her...
Because no offense, but you treated Becky a hell of a lot worse, and she didn't seem all that broken up in the grand scheme of things when she dumped you.
Feline is so hard because Bambi and Feline, like...
There could not be two people more the antithesis of Bambi and Feline taking up the personas of Bambi and Feline than I have ever seen in my life. It's crazy.
It's not a thing anymore.
No, it's not, Amber, and it never was, because it's stupid, because you are nowhere near Bambi and Jade is nowhere near Feline. But whatever. It was all just a ruse to try to be able to say her name instead of my girlfriend constantly. And she wouldn't let you... I mean, think about this, Amber. You really want to stay with someone who would not let you show her on camera, would not let you even say her first name, who wanted no... truly traceable evidence that she was ever associated with you? Why would you want to tie yourself to somebody like that? That's horrible. That's disgusting. Have some self-respect.
I also think, like, I'm partially in shock.
And I think she's really upset because she's losing her cushy pad that she likes to look down her nose at us from. I live in a luxury apartment and bills, and I live in a big city. And personally, you couldn't pay me to live in a big city. The further out in the country I am, the better. And I don't care if people think I'm a hick. That's fine. But she really needs to start being nice to her audience, because one, she's going to get at both barrels with this, and she's going to have a lot to deal with. But if she wants any chance of saving her income in any way, shape, or form, she's got to change. She's got to be honest. She's got to be better. She's got to be nice. And she cannot lie to us and hide her future relationships. And I think she's really upset too, because like I said, I always go back to that little TikTok or Instagram video, whatever it was, where she was so smug and she was like... dead seriously, she was like, I am so much better than the majority of you. And she honestly believes that. Like, clearly you are, Amber.
I don't know. It's like, how do I go on?
Listen, a very wise YouTuber I watched recently, Sean of Steel, shout out there, said once, tough times don't last, but tough people do. And that's a great saying, because it's the truth. And Amber, you are not tough. You have no resilience. You need to toughen up. You don't ever You always talk about how strong you are and all this and that, and how you get through things. You don't. You just go from one person to the next to the next, and those people essentially pick you up and carry you through. You never actually are strong on your own and stand on your own and take care of yourself. And this would be a great time to do it and vlog the process. Start doing some real legit internal work. Because God knows you need it.
I literally just feel like something I've always experienced is like when I experience heartbreak, I feel it physically.
Well, Amber, don't act like you're so special because of that. Oh, when I experience heartbreak, I feel it physically. Yeah, so do other people. When I broke up with my son's dad, I didn't even intend for it to be forever. Leaving was the hardest thing I did. I was physically sick. It was awful. And guess what? I never got a chance to get back together with him. We stayed apart for a year or two, year and a half, and he passed away. So imagine how that felt. Imagine how physically I felt that. Amber carrying my barely 4-year-old son up to his father's casket, and that's the last memory I have of the man I loved more than anything. People feel breakups physically. You're not special because see what I mean? Like she annoys me because she acts like everything affects her so much more. Her trauma is way worse than anybody else's. Her heartbreak is way worse than anybody else's. Her dangling ankles or lungs or whatever are worse than anybody else's, and that's not true. She's not the only person that feels things.
Like it physically feels like I've lost like
a leech, a succubus, a 200 pounds of grifting weight. That's probably not what she's going to say, but that's what I would have said.
Limb or
a dangling limb, a dangling grifter. Yeah, maybe.
I don't know how to explain it, but it feels like
Amber, we've all been through breakups. There are people that watch you that have been through divorces. Okay, that have buried spouses. No, not make-believe spouses. People that actually go in public with their partners and commit to them legally on paper and in public as husband and wife, as married. So they really, I'm sure people knows what it feels like.
Hit by a truck a million times over, just repeatedly, over and over and over. Like I just feel like I can't live without her, but I know that
she can't live without Jade. Jade is just the bestest, most person ever. Yeah, Amber, yes you can. Amber, yes you can. I know I'm just being just such a bitch right now, but she can. How can she not see what a horrid person Jade was? Is she just? This woman has to be that emotionally and physically dependent on someone else, where she came that she is this heartbroken by losing an absolute horrible person. She should be thanking her for dumping her and leaving.
I have to, because it's just
Amber, and I hate to be that person, but you're not gonna live much longer with or without anybody else unless you quit worrying and focusing so much on freaking relationships and start actually legitimately, can't see how serious I am, focusing on your health and losing this damn weight, Amber. You lost 200 pounds right before the fireworks in the form of Jade leaving you. Take that momentum and try to lose another 150. Once you lose 150, 200, 250 pounds and you've got it down and you can take care of yourself physically and financially, then worry about another girlfriend. Okay? Jesus. I've never seen somebody, not even a teenager, so dependent on I have to be with somebody. I have to be with somebody. And I know it's like physically, which she won't admit, but just emotionally too. It's sad. She is so mentally regressed and her physical state is so poor. It's if she wasn't such a horrible person, it would actually be tragic.
Like, I know.
Sorry if I sound weird. I'm taking my supplements while I watch this.
I know what I deserve. But I know that I have to because it's just like I know what I deserve.
And again, Amber, what do you deserve? I really would love you to tell me, because I've already said this earlier in the video, but you're not a good person. You're selfish and greedy and manipulative and lying and narcissistic and put out false promises and false hope. You're not a good person. So guess what? Jade, as far as I'm concerned, is absolutely was karma personified, walking into your life and giving you a little bit of karma that you deserved for the way you treated Becky and the things you've done to people in the past. The gods, whoever you believe in, gave you karma in the form of Jade Francis. And you know what? You really need to actually be a better person before you talk about what you deserve. Because right now, the only thing you're going to deserve is another Jade. And another one. And another one after that. Unless you really do some actual soul searching and deep digging. And try to truly be a better, more selfless person. I'm sorry. Am I being too mean? I feel like I'm being a big asshole here. But yikes. And I'm not saying that I'm like perfect and she's not. No, there's been a lot of times like throughout my life when I've broken up with people or I've been dumped or I've been single. I've gone through long periods of being single and periods where I was like, I had to look that I wasn't always a nice person. There was times in relationships I was bad. I didn't treat people the best, blah, blah, blah. And I had to look and reflect on that and be like, wow, you know, that behavior wasn't really good. That wasn't really great. I shouldn't do that. And I spent a lot of time in my life alone trying to dig deep and look at the not so nice parts of myself and work on them. And even when I'm in a relationship and even now and until the day I die, I will continue trying to work on myself and be the best person I can and be the best example I can be for my son so I can raise him to be the best person that he can be. It's like a never-ending thing, but Amber won't even start the process because in her mind, everybody else is bad and wrong and she's perfect and she does nothing wrong and she's amazing and wonderful and she's just this poor, pitiful victim. Like she won't even start the process by merely acknowledging that, oh, she has faults.
Even though sometimes I act like I hate myself. Like I act
Amber,
like...
you don't act like you hate yourself. You act like you love yourself. But you must hate yourself. Because if you truly loved yourself, you would not keep yourself in the state you're in. You would have been serious and went through with the weight loss surgery. So, okay, I take that back. Maybe you do hate yourself.
There's a part of me that cares.
Cares about what? Yourself, and that's it.
And I care about Feline as well. It's like,
Jade.
Like, she deserves the fucking world.
Yeah, and Amber, and you can't give it to her. You can't give it to anybody. All you do, you can't leave your apartment hardly. So, you know, if you really love her that much and truly think she deserves the world, then you should be telling her, you know, I should have dumped you. I should have let you go because I'm an anchor holding you back. We are only halfway through this craziness. Oh my God.
And it's like I could only give her a part of it.
Yeah, but Amber, in 2 years that you've been together, you could have been down 200, 300 pounds. And you could have been giving her and yourself a lot more, doing a lot more. Just, you could be better in so many ways. And you've not only not gotten any better since you've been with her in those 2 years, you've gotten worse. You're almost at your heaviest. You're at your least healthy. So not only did you cheat yourself in this 2 years, you cheated her. You did. You cheated a young mid-20 something woman out of a couple of the best years of her life.
I can only give her a part of it when I want to give her the whole thing.
All you gave her was like sneakers and DoorDash.
And by breaking up, you know what? I kind of am. I don't want to like shower. I don't want to like.
Nope. I'm not taking the low-hanging fruit. I'm not doing it.
I don't want to do anything.
But that's depression. That it does happen to the best of us.
I kind of just want to like eat.
No, she wants to eat. There, she readily admitted it. But Amber, I thought you had so much of a more healthy relationship with food. I thought you were totally different. I thought, before you backed out on weight loss surgery, you had changed so much and you didn't need to go to food anymore. Well, boy, all the lies are coming out today. It's just, Amber, don't just sink into the frickin' delivery apps and the food. Please, girl, don't do it. Use this as like a means to be like, I'm going to make myself better. Use that anger to eat healthy, move around, exercise a little bit, walk your own dog, take care of yourself, make yourself go. Oh my God, just do anything other than sit there and eat. Oh my God, that's exactly what she's going to do though. Guys, we're going to see 572.4 pounds again. We absolutely are. This is, wow. Okay. Although, she says this now, but in a couple days, she's going to be posting sexy thirst trap videos on TikTok and pictures on Instagram and stuff and videos here on YouTube trying to reel in her next victim.
I just want to eat.
Don't you realize that eating and your food addiction is probably a big part of why this woman left?
Turn to food. I want to numb it out.
This woman loves food more than everything. This is her relationship, is with food.
I'm just lost.
Over this jerk.
Because like I said, I don't know who I am.
Because you never give yourself a chance to find who you are and become your own person. Ever since you were 15 or 16, when you started dating Cassidy or Casey, whatever her name is, his name is, whatever, you've literally bounced around from girlfriend to girlfriend to girlfriend. You've tried to adopt their ways and attitudes and styles. Like you've never in your adult life been on your own and been yourself and found yourself. Just Jesus, you need to. Like the next girl, if she doesn't and she rushes into another relationship, the next girlfriend we see is we're going to see a new personality. We're going to see something else come out. All this she thinks is hoity-toity decor and stuff and style that Pauline had. That's going to go by the wayside if it's not if the new style of the new girlfriend is she loves anime and bright neon colors and all this and that. That's what the place is going to look like. Whether she stays in the apartment or moves somewhere else, we're going to see basically a mirror of a copying of the new person's personality.
And I'm just ready to be single.
That's what dude, if I was motivated enough, I don't know, I might be. You'll know if it's attached onto the end of this video. But I could swear that you said the same thing when you and Becky broke up. I just want to be single. I'm fine being single. I want to be single. I want to find out who I am. I want to work on myself. I want to blah, 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 blah. She literally said this word for word after her and Becky broke up and probably answered a message from Jade a day later.
And I'm going to be living on my own.
No, you're not. No, she's not. Guys, no, she's not. No, she's not. And how much do you guys want to think? How much do you think she's going to try to hide a new relationship from us temporarily? Like, I feel like she'll want to, so she can say, no, I did it. I've been living on my own. I didn't rush into another relationship. But at the same time, she gets so giddy when she's talking to somebody else and so anxious to show us that she has a new love interest because that proves that she's sexy and desirable. Like, she almost can't help herself, right? So how do you think it's going to go? Let me know. I need to know your thoughts in the comments about all this stuff. Just tell me everything.
And I don't want to say where, I don't want to say when, but
Amber, you're a vlogger. At some point, you're going to have to tell us where you're moving and what you're doing. People will find out.
As much as YouTube has like drastically fucked with me in my life,
you know, I find that really funny that you say that. The reason that you are still sitting in that 550-pound body in that luxury apartment has nothing to do with any hard work or education or any effort you've put in. All of that you have been afforded over the years is from YouTube. And from people like me and everybody else who watch you and tune in and keep your name on our lips and keep you relevant, and give you too much time, frankly. But you talk about how much YouTube F's with you. YouTube has given you every single thing you have, including your last girlfriend that just dumped you.
It has also been one of the most amazing things that I am so grateful for.
You're not grateful. You're not grateful for anything, Amber. I'm sorry. I don't believe it 1 minute. You're not grateful for anything. You just are saying that because that's what you are supposed to say. That's what you know people want to hear.
For me, just talking and talking and talking is so therapeutic, and it helps me understand.
I thought you were talking and talking and talking therapeutically to a therapist. Probably lies to
myself. I know a lot of people aren't like that. They're not an open book. But YouTube has been there for me for a decade, and it's not going to stop. It's not.
Of course it's not. You don't have any other marketable skills. Hell, even if you did, people couldn't hire you because of your physical state.
Stop. So
you'll never stop. You'll never stop until you are DEAD. That's when you'll stop.
Document, everything to the best.
So that means you better tell us who the next girlfriend is and be honest about it, and be honest about where you're living, what you're doing, what you're eating, your actual weight. You need to just start a clean slate and start by just being honest, Amber, because if you're honest and you stay honest, you don't have to worry about lies. You don't have to worry about keeping up with your lies, people figuring out your lies. That's why I believe, like in the past, like couple videos, she talks about her friend. She goes, my friend picked these questions. My friend, we went to see Friends. I had my friends over. She says my friends because then she doesn't have to remember a lie. She doesn't have to say, okay, in that video, I said that there was a girl over and her name was Erica. But then in the Q&A, I said that a guy named Rob picked everything. If she just says, that's like too hard to remember and keep your lies straight, right? But if you just say my friend, then you don't have to remember anything. So those are little tricks I completely believe that she does.
Best of my ability. Obviously, I'm not going to share it.
Well, there's no reason you to not do it to your best of your ability, Amber. You could literally record 12 hours a day.
Everything.
You bet you're not sharing everything. Well, you better at least share enough that you're not being deceitful or shady or hiding things. Because at this point, you truly, especially with Jade gone now, you cannot physically and monetarily afford to lie to us and piss people off more and lose more of your views. These breakup videos, though, girl, they're going to get you some views. I guarantee it. So cash in on that.
Real personal stuff.
What a shock. She'll probably do a couple lives, too, saying that she wants to answer questions and stuff. But then when people ask, so are you going to admit your girlfriend was actually Jade? Or are you going to admit that she actually just dumped you? She won't answer anything, actually, that we want to know or answer honestly. But she'll try to scrounge some money up out of this.
Because why we broke up, it doesn't matter.
It was you, Amber. And if there was really other reasons, you would tell us. The only reason she's not telling us is because it directly relates to her being the problem. But she can't admit that. The narc in her won't allow it.
It happened though, and I have to move on. I have to move forward, and so does she.
Oh, I'm sure she won't have any trouble, Amber. It's going to be you that has trouble.
And it feels like a nightmare. It feels like an absolute nightmare.
Amber, it's a blessing to you. It is an absolute blessing.
But I know that it has to happen.
Because you don't have a choice. You can't unmake it happen because she dumped you. It wasn't mutual, and she left, and she ain't coming back.
And I have to keep reminding myself of that it has to happen, and I have to keep a healthy distance from her, because like she's still trying to hug me and stuff like that, and I have to tell her like I can't.
You absolutely will, Amber. I'm sure you probably still want her to sleep next to you or something, which I don't even think they were sleeping together, because Amber stays up all night, and Jade sleeps at night because she works during the day, and Amber had her own room, but you know what I'm saying.
I can't. Like, it hurts too bad. And in the past, like, I didn't want my ex to not sleep in the bed with me, but I don't want her in the bed with me.
She wasn't in the bed with you to begin with, Amber, and we all know that. You guys lived like roommates who occasionally gave each other hickeys. It's so gross to think about, but yeah.
And I slept without her last night, and it was horrible.
Oh, Amber, you had to sleep, but listen, we know this is all. See, this is all cap already. You know, she didn't sleep with Jade to begin with. Jade had her own room because Jade had to get up and go to work and work during the day, and Amber stays up until 4 or 5 or 6 in the morning.
I have very, very, very bad abandonment issues. Like, this is
because of all your trauma. Mention your trauma again. Your childhood trauma.
Due to like childhood shit. Like I.
When you know, guys. You know, funny story. You guys don't know this, but old Amber here might be curious to hear that I've got some abandonment issues too, and I don't let them really F with me at all. She had parents that did drugs and all this and that, and yeah, they were crappy, but she still talks about how wonderful and supportive and amazing they were, right? You know, they supported her coming out and all this and that, and they took her on a boat all the time and all this and that, and she got to go back and spend a couple years with them. You know, she talks nothing but great things about them other than, oh, you know, they did. So I know parts of her childhood were messed up, but she didn't have it all that bad. You know, I was adopted, my sister and I, when I was 4, and my sister was 1, by people who were biologically my aunt and uncle. My real mother, okay, who was my adopted mother's sister, this is so messed up. And you can see I'm kind of like laughing about it because I don't let it get to me, because I just know it wasn't a problem with me. It was a problem with her. She had these issues, didn't like having kids, kicked my father out, and got a boyfriend who didn't like kids and cared more about the boyfriend than her own kids, and ditched us. And actually, when I was older, I found a letter at my grandma's house, because for a couple years my grandma still kept in touch with her because it was her daughter, but the rest of the family kind of disowned my biological mother, to get rid of me and my sister quickly, to make it more beneficial, to be able to run off and stay with this guy who meant more than her own children. My mother was going to sell me and my sister off black market style to a couple of strangers whoever came along that wanted to buy a couple of kids, just so she could have been rid of us, and ran off with a guy. Yeah. So, I didn't know that when I was young, and after she left and we were getting adopted by my aunt and uncle, we stayed there with them, and they're the people we grew up with that we call mom and dad. When I say my mom, I refer to my adopted mother. And I did have a very great relationship with her the last couple, like 2-3 years of her life. We had some hard times, you know, like kids do. But, my biological mom would call me once a week or something, and I will never forget one time she told me she was going to call me again to wait for her call, and I would Hear from her next week, and I'm still waiting for that phone call. Never, 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 ever heard from her again. So, I know this is like the story, like you never asked for, but you're getting anyways. So, there are people who have dealt with horrible parents, horrible issues, horrible things that would give them awful abandonment issues. I would think that somebody would get awful abandonment issues, like from something like that. Oh, your mother was going to sell you to run off with a guy. Like, that's awful. But you know, as bad as it is, I don't let it get to me, and I don't let it define me. And all Amber wants to do is talk about, oh, I have abandonment issues, and it's an excuse for every single thing everything I say that's mean, or every time I lie, or every time I eat a triple, quadruple, double McCheeseburger with a large fry and a Diet Coke. It's my abandonment from childhood. No, it's not. And she will be a happier person when she stops letting this stuff define her and run her life. But then again, if she did that, she would have to start being responsible and accountable and put in hard work. And we know our girl is, above all else, a lazy queen. Sorry for that rant, but there you go. A little today I learned about Chris.
Been abandoned. You know, I was abandoned during the time of your life when you shouldn't be.
You weren't abandoned. So you were taken away, Amber, and you were given to good families who were good to you.
Like,
and it sucks that she couldn't spend it with her actual parents, but she was taken out of a bad situation and put into better situations. Lucky for her, because not all foster kids are that lucky.
Fears that are irrational, but also very rational. I hate sleeping alone. I hate it more than...
Well, welcome to the real world, Amber. There's people who work completely separate shifts from their partners, and they have to sleep alone all the time. There's military wives whose husbands are gone for 6 months to a year, and they have to sleep alone and live alone and raise their kids and be alone for 6 months to a year or so at a time. Suck it up.
Than anything, but I know that...
If you haven't noticed, I really have a hard time finding my sympathy bone for her.
I have to detach myself from certain things.
Including food, Amber.
And I have to be strong. I have to do this. It's free.
But like I said, you never have before. You just leech on to somebody else and they pull you through things and get you through things.
Freaking hard. It's terrifying. The unknown. Everything that I have to do. All the I's I have to dot. All the T's I have to cross.
Welcome to life, Amber. People move all the time. People break up, and guess what? They're actually married, and they own a house and property and kids and stuff, and they have to work out selling of property, separating, splitting up assets, custody, child support. I mean, trust me, Amber, in the grand scheme of things, this is not as hard as it could get.
Just to get to my destination. And I mean that like physically, but also figuratively, metaphorically.
Yeah, well, how's she gonna move? She's gonna have to have somebody come and drive her. Pick her up and drive her to wherever she's moving. She can't fly. She can't get a bus or something. She can't, I mean, my God.
Whatever it may be.
Again, see, she's totally dependent on other people to take care of her.
There's so much.
Oh my God, I'm telling you, this thought just occurred to me. I will be so mad. I would not put it completely past her. Let me know if you agree. What do you think the odds are now that she is truly desperate and in immediate need of somebody? What do you think she starts hinting or liking or getting in touch somehow with Becky again behind the scenes? If not to get back together with her, but to try to smooch her to at least frickin' help her get to where she needs to be until she finds somebody else. Do you think she would do that? I kind of think she would do that. Becky, don't do it, girl. Don't do it. No. Say no.
Much. And I don't know. I just feel really freaking lost right now. And I need a shoulder.
You don't need a shoulder, Amber. Good God. Shut up. Suck it up.
I need a shoulder to cry on.
No, you don't. But like I said, again, wait a minute, guys. Where are all these amazing, wonderful friends? She should have dozens of shoulders to cry on because she has so many friends. Suddenly everybody's gone. What a shock.
But I don't have anybody.
You don't have anybody? You were just telling us about all these stupid friends.
I don't have anybody here.
Get the dog out of the garbage. He was in the garbage. I'm sorry. My dog is being a little brat. Frodo, you guys all know Frodo. He's being a little stinker.
Kentucky's not for me. Never.
Kentucky's not for you because you don't have a girlfriend living with you there anymore. The next state that will be for you is the one that has a taker.
Never has been for me. I came here for somebody, stayed here for somebody, and then was stuck here with somebody. All 3 different people. And
what? Oh, yeah. Oh, wait a minute. There, right there. That's evidence, too, that she lied about Jade. Because didn't she came there with Destiny, stayed there with Becky, and then she said she was stuck here with somebody, which would have been Jade. Why didn't you say stuck around with two people, Amber, if there was a different girl between Becky and Jade? She can't even keep up with her lies anymore.
now I get to be free.
You get to be free. Amber, you are trapped in a prison of your own adipose, of your own making. And a reputation you can't fight your way out of. Like, you are in a bad spot, girl. You really need to make some big changes.
And that's wild.
We'll come back later and I'll do another video and we'll read through some of the comments. This is unbelievable. This is like the juiciest thing that's happened. And frankly, the best thing for Amber that could have happened to her in a long time. So, okay, guys, I'm going to end it here. Let me know what you think. I need to know. And, let me know all your, your theories and stuff. Put them in the comments. I definitely want to have conversations about this. And who knows where it is going to go from here. And where do you think she's going to move? Do you think she's going to move to Oklahoma with Mama Reed? Do you think she's going to go to California with Daddy Reed? Do you think she's going to go somewhere else that we don't know? Do you think she's going to go somewhere by herself or with another girlfriend? Let me know what you think in the comments. I will talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.